Recently, painter Frank Galuszka sent me an unexpected gift. A terrific book about Tom Bottoms, an artist I had never heard of, with short commentaries written by Frank. Paging through the pictures and essays was a total pleasure. Tom, who died earlier this year, was a representational painter, and the book is divided into sections based on subject. I see Tom as connecting aesthetically with artists like Bonnard and Vuillard, who painted over 100 years ago. Tom's work convinces me that artists don't have to come up with a radically new style to create work of enduring value. Frank Galuszka, can you give me Tom Bottoms' backstory?
Hi, John. Tom Bottoms was born in 1926 in Oklahoma City. He made a career of traveling the world as a ship's electronics officer. In the 1960s, while in Chile, he decided to study art with a painter, Sergio Montero. Painting changed Tom's life. Tom and his wife Rita traveled extensively, especially in Italy and France. Tom painted the places they loved most. I saw Tom's paintings here and there, but it wasn't until he had a show in 2013 that I got to see many of his works assembled together. I looked at them again and again, charmed by them, especially drawn to his paintings of cafes.
In addition to their charm, there's a compositional rigor that I really like. Color, geometry, brushwork, and life abound in these paintings. How did you and Tom meet?
I got to know Tom and Rita Bottoms through my wife, Christina Waters. Many years ago, Christina and Rita became friends when they both worked at the UC Santa Cruz Library. Christina went on to become a journalist and university lecturer. Rita became the director of the library's special collections. Special collections house the archives of the Grateful Dead. Rita developed collections of works by science fiction writer Robert Heinlein and poet Lawrence Ferlinghetti, with whom she and her husband Tom became lifelong friends. Ferlinghetti and Tom painted together and played chess together during their last years.
Sorry to do this, Frank, but a quick interruption for my younger viewers who may not have heard about this guy. Lawrence Ferlinghetti, who recently died at the age of 101, was a famous American poet of the Beat generation. His peers included Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg. Lawrence also founded San Francisco's iconic independent bookstore, City Lights. Frank, back to you. You were saying?
When the wildfires of 2020 were coming closer and closer, we had to evacuate our home. Tom and Rita graciously invited us to stay with them. Their giant Victorian house was full of wonders, and most wonderful of all were Tom's paintings hanging everywhere. Over the course of a week or two, I got to know them very well and fell under their spell.
And that led to the book?
Yes, Rita had begun publishing books of poetry and essays under her imprint Café Margot. I had just written a short book of commentaries on some recently uncovered Frank Heider paintings from the 1970s, and I was excited about writing about paintings in the moment of discovering them. Filled with enthusiasm, I told Rita I'd write a book of commentaries on Tom's paintings if she'd publish it and include a translation in Italian. She loved the idea and we went to work. I contacted Victoria May, a fine artist and fine designer who I had worked with on art catalogs for many years, and Rita contacted Giada Diano, a notable poet in Florence who had translated Rita's and Ferlinghetti's work. Things started falling into place. Christina agreed to write an introduction. We assembled digital files and reshot more paintings with art photographer R.R. Jones, and through Zoom meetings with Victoria, who was in Los Angeles, and email back and forths with Giada. Christina gave the book its title, Café Vernacular, and it all came together.
I love how your commentaries gently give the viewer insights into the paintings. Could you read one?
Sure. This leads to the grandeur and luxury of Venice. Cafe Piazza San Marco is the ideal place on earth to be. The sun is felt. It favors this place with its wonderful new white chairs scattered about its tented bandstand. The storm-stained arches of the arcade, some happy tourists including a little girl in a pink dress. Bottoms paints so many chairs with so much patience and even with the same respect as the venerable architecture. All things, old, new, permanent, temporary, are equal under the sun and to Tom Bottoms as a painter.
Tell me about one of Tom's paintings that really sticks in your head.
A particular favorite of mine is Tom's painting of dog walkers at the Metropolitan Museum in New York. There are 17 dogs, each with a distinctive personality.
Speaking of our canine friends, here's the end of a poem that Tom's great friend Lawrence Ferlinghetti wrote. It's about a dog who is not being herded around by a New York City dog walker, and it seems like a pretty fair description of Tom's personality. The dog trots freely in the street and has his own dog's life to live and to think about and to reflect upon, touching and tasting and testing everything, investigating everything without benefit of perjury. A real realist with a real tale to tell and a real tale to tell it with. A real live barking democratic dog engaged in real free enterprise with something to say about ontology, something to say about reality and how to see it and how to hear it with his head cocked sideways at street corners, as if he is just about to have his picture taken for Victor Records, listening for his master's voice and looking like a living question mark into the great gramophone of puzzling existence with its wondrous hollow horn, which always seems just about to spout forth some victorious answer to everything. Well, I can't answer everything, but if you're asking where to buy Frank's book, Telegraph Hill Books is one place, but you better act soon. Café Vernacular, The Art of Tom Bottoms, is selling faster than hot chocolate in Venice. Frank, thanks again for the book and an introduction to a wonderful artist. But I'm so damn jealous of your Santa Cruz poly artist culture.